Welcome back, viewers. This is Business Compass, and we're talking with Prince about his business, Multiply Hub, which is a courier delivery business. Mona, you've been listening to us.
Yes.
What do you think? Prince needs financing to improve and expand his business.
Thank you, Charlotte. Prince, I think you have a great business, and I'm glad that you're thinking of a model that will take it to the next level. You want to grow the business.
Sure.
I'm assuming that when you talk about access to finance, it's about finance to grow the business,
Sure.
unless,
Yes.
Sure.
because you already have your things.
Sure.
Now, before we move there, for the equipment that you said you have, the motorcycles, the tracking devices, is that paid for completely, or
Sure.
are there any loans attached to them?
No, it is being paid.
They are all
complete.
yours. So that's
Yes, ma'am.
pure equity. So as of today, you don't owe the company. Multiply Hub does
Yes.
not owe anyone.
No, please.
Okay,
Brilliant.
so that's good. So in order to get extra financing, one, you already have assets. You have equipment as assets.
Sure.
Okay, and that in itself can form a sort of collateral, albeit it's depreciated since you bought them. So they are not the same new ones, but they can be a form of collateral. Then the business itself, its ability to generate revenue, is one of the big ways of getting finance. We call it revenue-based loans. So that's what the bank
Do you know
would
what
look
that
at.
means? So someone is going to lend you money based on how much is coming into the
Coming in.
business.
Oh,
So
okay.
the money they're lending to you is based on the revenues, the inflows
The
that are coming
future
in.
cash flows, yeah.
Okay.
Because that is what they will be looking at more than motorcycles and truck. Selling that won't give them much back. Because that's what they'll be looking at. They'll be viewing your sustainability.
Okay.
How many more years can you be in this business? Okay. Now, the fact that you even went to them to grow the business is one. You are thinking the future. So that's good for them. Psychologically, you want to grow the business. So let me ask you, what is that growth? Is it 10 more motorcycles? What would that
Are you
financing
clear what
entail?
you want the money for?
Sure, please.
Tell me what it is.
It will help me to get more motorbikes.
What's
How
more?
many more?
How many?
5. Actually, my target is 10
10 total,
motorbikes.
10 total or 10 new?
10 total.
10 total.
10 to, okay. So 5 new cycles is what we are looking at.
Yes, please.
Today we know what those motorcycles cost on average. They're anywhere from 3,000 to 12,000 cedis per one.
Yes, please.
So the type you want, what is
Mona has
the
been
price
buying
on that?
motorbikes. I'm
Uh,
curious.
I've
it is
been looking.
currently it is 4,200.
Is that the Royal?
Yeah, the Royal
4,000.
150-12.
Okay, so let's say that plus the insurance and all that to get it on the road is 5,000 cedis. So we are looking at borrowing 25,000 cedis
Okay.
to get that. What else are you looking to borrow?
Okay, and also putting the structure, because when you want to put a structure in place, it also involves man that is
Okay,
to get a courier license, to also put 1 or 2 things in
Okay.
place. It needs
so let's say you wanted working capital. Let's say another 5,000 for working capital. You also mentioned that you wanted an accounting system.
Yes,
It could be a simple one, but it will still cost you a bit of money. So let's say in total, we are looking to borrow 40,000 Ghana cedis. So now the question is, how do we convince a financial institution
Or person.
or even an
investor.
an
yeah?
investor to give us 40,000 cedis? How do we do that? So those are the questions you lay out. You pretend you are the banker, answer those, and then use that to make a presentation to the financial institution.
I was actually going to ask him
Today-
that. Would you lend yourself 40,000 cities?
myself
Yeah.
more than.
More
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
How would you pay back?
Looking at the experience I have when I started this business, I've been able to build my capacity to generate enough money myself, excluding my business. So
What does that mean?
aside running Multiply Hub, I have other 1 or 2 things I've been doing.
No, but we're lending the money to Multiply Hub.
Yes, please.
So Multiply Hub must be able to pay us
Yeah.
back.
Yes, please. At the moment, Multiply Hub has been able to go into a certain level. Whatever money I'm able to lend, it will be able to pay back.
Do you have contracts with some of your key customers where for every courier pick up, they call you.
Yes, please.
Is there a contract, written contract?
We don't have written contract because they are also not well structured, but they give me orders to deliver almost every day, and even most of the time I don't even meet their.
How do you take payments from them?
Actually, when we deliver, we even take the price.
How do you receive it?
How do I receive?
How is it paid to you?
Actually,
Cash, Momo.
cash.
Is that cash banked? Does the cash go into a bank account so that if I looked at your bank statements today, I'll see that every day there's money
Actually,
coming from these
my
clients?
Momo account.
Your Momo account.
Yes.
It goes into the Momo account.
Yes.
So
please.
if we looked at it, we can see
Yeah,
that
you can see everything
in the
clearly.
last 3 months, every day, this client
Sure,
was paying you,
sure.
because that's a sustainability.
Yes.
That's a revenue Mona is talking about, that
Sure.
anyone can see
Sure.
from the
There's
numbers
evidence.
that this
Sure.
is it. Okay.
Okay, so Charlotte has taken you through being able to prove the past.
Yes, please.
As we speak today, the banker is asking you, what have you done in the past? You are saying, I've been able to collect so much money.
Yes, please.
The other question they will ask you is, now that you want to buy 5 more, what will that 5 more bring to your business? Because it is not linear that because the first 5 did, let's say, 30,000 a month, the next 5 will do the same 30,000 a month. It's not linear.
Yes, please.
How would you answer that? How much more will that bring into the business?
When I buy the 5 bags, now I also need to look at advertising my service in order to bring in more customers whom I will be able to serve, so that the other 5 motors will be able to generate enough revenue to meet my expense and also make
Very
profit.
good. So you are thinking in the right way. Your business plan, which you will take to the financial institution, will show that as you increase your assets, you also have to increase administrative efforts.
Sure.
For marketing, for supervising, because now you have more people.
Yes,
It's a lot more drivers, right?
Yes, please.
So you will show all those expenses, and then the bank will know the revenues that will come in, how much they will be paid, which we call interest,
Okay.
and what will go to your expenses. It is possible that with buying 5 motorcycles, you may not necessarily be able to pay your interest.
Okay.
So get ready for that.
Okay.
In that case, you will run various financial models.
Okay.
So it will be good to sit with your accountant to take you through that. That at what point does what we call economies of scale change, and you start having diminishing returns?
Okay.
And at what point am I comfortable supervising and using to grow the business? So that number 5, work with your accountant to decide whether it is indeed 5 motorcycles that you can comfortably move to at this point in time, so that you know exactly how much you want to borrow.
Okay.
Prince, is this
Mona,
making sense? Is this helping?
Yeah.
Yes.
The other question is that does he have an accountant?
We'll get to that. But for purposes of financing now, we are preparing ourselves a bankable
It's part of the
document.
structure we're going
Some
to
of
be
the
dealing
questions that you are going to be asked. Okay. So your revenue, your ability to manage a certain quantum of equipment.
Okay.
You see that yourself, you started thinking, I have to get more customers, I have to do more tracking devices, so forth and so on. My dispatch person must be able to handle more calls for the 10. So that will grow with it. Okay, so for purposes of financing, that is where the financial institution will see clearly your ability to repay them. They will also look at your track record. You've never borrowed before.
I've borrowed before.
You have borrowed before.
Yeah.
And what happened during that time? Were you able to repay easily? Not your sister's own.
Okay. Yeah, I
But-
was able to.
And is there evidence to that?
Yes, please.
You add
good.
it to it. You show that I have a credit history.
Yes.
I am able to repay loans. Hmm?
So
Now,
if you no, let's just reiterate. If you're watching
Yes.
from home, so you need to understand key things. If you are seeking financing to expand your business, showing your past, your history, your revenues that you've been collecting, and how consistent that line of revenue is, your ability to repay, your credit worthiness. You've borrowed before from family, from a financial institution, and you have repaid. All those things count, and they help towards attracting financing to expand the business. Okay, we have to go on a break, and when we come back, we would now start looking at the issues around structure and customer service. But I'm really happy about Prince's level of self-awareness to know that if I'm going to move to the next level, I need to address my structure. And if you are watching at home, this could have been you sitting where Prince is sitting and getting support for your business, but you didn't send us a 1-minute video we asked for. So send us a 1-minute video on WhatsApp to 026-300-5055 so we can either bring you into the studio or we can respond to your business challenges. So stay with us. We'll be back right after the break.
Whatever the occasion, with ATL, you can never be out of style. ATL, bringing fabric to life.
Immediately the product was actually introduced to me, I wanted to get on it, and that was the Gold Check account, guys. This has actually changed my business. So on the First National Bank app, you have the business toolkits that gives you all the information that you need to run your business, and whatever inquiries you have, they're always ready to answer. And that makes life very easy for me. And you have the in contacts that helps you access every transaction that takes place or happens. Now, point of sales terminal. I market wherever I go, and so I love to have that so I can take payment, especially with those who tell me I do not have cash. A bank that understands that you can start life all over again or start a business from scratch. Very keen on running it and making sure that you grow to the core. It's one you should look out for. My name is Jifa Gray, the CEO of Jifa Gray Creations. I recommend that you sign up to the Gold Check account from First National Bank for a great banking experience.